Listen, boys, listen quickly.
Take charge, Jonah. Take charge.
We shouldn't be misled with these boys. The Springboks is the same team that had this team that they claiming to be so awesome under pressure yesterday.
Okay.
Yes, we're not playing the champagne rugby, chucking it around and everyone shouting, but we're doing what works for us. Can we get better in our execution and maybe getting a surprise element? Yes, we can. They are the team that's chucking the ball around. How many tries did they score against us? How many tries did they score against the British Isles Lions when they played them? Did they win the World Cup? Did we maybe not stick with what worked for us and not bring a surprise element? I think our execution in certain things can be much better. At the moment, teams know our strong point. So they're attacking us at the scrums. We're thinking that the scrums is just going to happen. If teams know we're going to attack them, then of course they will come at us. So what do we need to do? What do we need to do? Become better at what we do. Yes, have a surprise element like we tried yesterday. Our execution was bad. Fair enough. Do we maybe not, again, that's going to come down to our personnel. Should we not maybe pull the personnel that's driving the game plan, give them a rest, bring in some new fresh guys? We spoke about it. I think that could possibly be the way to go. And if we then go with guys like on the bench, Yankees, both Yankees as Damien Willemse, give them a fair shot. But then also the public needs to understand this is the plan and this is where we're going.
Just on that, I got to come in here. Faf, naturally, his DNA, he wants to play. I worked with him for many, many games. I had to put a leash on him. He wants to tap and play everything. That's what I'm not saying this or that and they're terrible. I say we're the World Cup champs. We're fantastic. But what I do say is when there's momentum, when shoulders are turned, when there's spaces, I think we stuck. We can give the All Blacks 30 with what we have.
Say that again, please.
I'll say it again. If we can attack properly at the right stages and the right plan, we can really kill them. We've got.
I want to say it again with you, Swys. We can put 30 on the All Blacks.
We can.
And I agree.
Potentially.
But it's a mindset now. The closer, the safer. If it's a game at the end and it's a nail-biting game, we might pull it through. So that's for me.
Yeah, we play not to lose at the moment. We're not playing to win. We're playing not to lose.
And
Jordan, you make the mistake, I'll pounce on it. If you make more, I'll get my 30 points. If you make 2, I'll win by 3. That's what Wilson is saying. And I fully agree with you when you say, and I've got to bring Swys in here. Swys, how many Oaks do we have on the bench?
8.
6 to 8.
Yeah.
And we're still the only country that does it. Giving a player 5 minutes, what are we trying to achieve?
No, that, look, if it's, you've got a good kicker, more now on the bench, or put Frans Steyn on, it might be a long-range penalty, and I'm desperate, I'll chuck him on. But we always strive at least for 10 minutes for him to into the game. But it doesn't often work like that. I've been in a situation where at the dying seconds you put a guy on. You know, so we've done it one.
What's the reason? What are you expecting from this guy?
We're desperate and you want to open it up. For example, Elton. To give Elton, he's a confidence kind of guy, to bring him on in the last 2 seconds won't help. But a typical kind of Ruan Combring guy, who's this evasive runner, and we needed him once. He came off the bench, he scored a try in Combring's corner there at Ellis Park from nowhere. And I don't want to go back in those days. What I do want to say is we've got the guys to really hit them. I don't think, sure, maybe I don't know what's happening, but I don't think it's the strongest All Black side around anymore. They've got they had their disruptions. Aaron Smith is not playing. Richie is not playing. They've got their things. They're not scrumming so well. We pump them often in the scrums. So for me, that's a team that we can take to pieces just by adding that component of when it's on, it's on.
Jonah, last final remarks on where we should go? Because the public is asking the questions, and I always bring the public in because we're all invested in the Springbok brand. You know, if it was cricket, if it was football, 3 on the trot against people that you should be beating or be competitive, you know, the public will be shouting a lot of things. You know what I mean? And they're talking in little groups, we hear it. Way forward, cuz.
I think personnel change. I think it's the right time.
Not a rest, eh? Change.
A change.
Drop.
In the system still?
Yeah.
In the squad, but a personnel change. We've got a guy, a youngster like Grant Williams, who's, we all know he's brilliant, you know, and a 9 that can actually play quick off the base. Maybe giving young kids a run this weekend and you know, giving you know, Grant Williams off the bench, possible. You know, I think it's the right time now to change the personnel and give the guys on the fringes a